What happened when you spent Easter morning hiding eggs for the kids? I woke up before the sun came up on Easter morning while Sarah was still sleeping, and I tiptoed downstairs carrying the big plastic bag filled with colorful plastic eggs that we had filled with candy and small toys the night before, and I had this whole plan mapped out in my head about where I was going to hide each egg so that it would be challenging enough to keep the kids entertained but not so hard that they would get frustrated and give up searching. I started by hiding eggs in the backyard underneath the garden hose and behind the fence, and then I moved inside to hide them around the living room under the couch cushions and inside the bookshelf behind some books, and I was being really careful to spread them out evenly so that Emma and Lucas would each have a fair chance of finding the same number of eggs and nobody would feel like they got cheated on Easter morning. I was so focused on hiding the eggs in tricky places that I didn't notice Sarah had come downstairs until she tapped me on the shoulder and scared me half to death. And I jumped up so fast that I knocked over a whole basket of eggs and they went rolling all across the kitchen floor like some kind of Easter egg avalanche. Sarah laughed at me while I was scrambling around on my hands and knees trying to pick them all up, and she offered to help me finish hiding the rest of them, so we worked together placing eggs in spots that we thought the kids would actually be able to find them after we had already hidden most of them in places that were probably too difficult anyway. By the time we heard the kids starting to wake up around 7:30 in the morning, we had hidden about 40 eggs all over the house and yard, and we went upstairs and got them out of bed and told them that the Easter bunny had hidden eggs all around the house and yard for them to find. Emma and Lucas came running down the stairs in their pajamas with baskets in their hands, and their eyes were bright with excitement as they started searching everywhere. And I watched Lucas find an egg behind a plant and yell so loud that everyone in the neighborhood probably heard him celebrating his discovery. I followed them around the yard and house just watching them search and find eggs, and I kept pointing out spots where I knew they had missed eggs so they would keep finding things, and Sarah was taking pictures of everything because she wanted to remember this moment forever. When they finally found all the eggs, Emma and Lucas sat down on the living room floor and started opening them up and pulling out all the candy and toys inside, and they kept showing us each thing they found like it was the most amazing treasure in the entire world. I realized while watching them that I was going to remember this Easter morning for the rest of my life, not because of anything particularly big or dramatic that happened, but because of these small quiet moments where I got to see my kids experience pure joy and wonder, and I got to be the one behind the scenes making that magic happen for them.